All right, hello everyone. Sorry for the. Here we go. Just making sure. There we go. Sorry, I just ended a stream earlier, so. I gotta make sure I put it. This is not for kids. Well, I mean, technically it is. It's for everyone. So, yes. Hi, Doggo. Hello. Okay. There we are. All right, sorry about that, guys, and welcome. Welcome, everyone. My name is Rosita. I am a vocal and language coach. And oh, no worries. Okay. No worries. All right, so today, my friends, we're going to be talking about that initial first lesson, what to expect. We are also going to be talking about basically just a guide on how the first initial coaching session works. So I'm going to ensure you guys that you're going to leave with some breakthroughs, as you can hear and feel, from understanding your unique vocal qualities to quick wins for immediate improvement. We're going to cover it all. So let's get this started, shall we? Okay. Just grabbing my thing here. There we go. So a lot happens in the first lesson with your vocal trainer or with your vocal coach. It's going to need to happen fairly quickly. Hi, I'm okay. I just expressing. It's all good. Promise. You're gonna kiss my left eye, aren't you? Okay. You're gonna have really only between 30 to 60 minutes on average. 30 minutes is usually for kids under 10, and 45 to 60 minutes for young and older adults.
Estrita, I see Estrita. I don't say her
Yes.
name right, but I see her. I actually see her. She's not blurred.
No, it's yeah, she's sleeping next to me. Well,
I love
not sleeping,
it.
she's chilling next to me.
I love it. And April's here, and
Mhm.
me and April have a secret we can't say.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wait, does April know about this secret though?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because the last time
We just can't.
it's
We
like,
can't
huh?
say. We can't say what it is.
It's so secret,
It's a secret, but
right?
but but you'll love it.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yay!
Okay, so the first lesson is going to be important because one, you're going to decipher whether that teacher is going to be right for you. You're also going to know if they actually know their stuff. They're not going to talk at you. They're going to spend the first lesson getting to know you, know your voice, and they're going to give you both your strengths and the areas that you will need to improve in, along with notes on how to improve your goals. Now, as a vocal trainer for 20 years now, what I do is I get a feel for their personality and learning style. I assess and I diagnose their voice and then give them some level of improvement, like right then and there, as many of you guys who are on this call have experienced. Not to boost up my ego, but that's something I am very proud of, to show my students, like, yeah, you can improve just as fast. So, and a lot of times, especially when it comes to breathing or adding weight to their voice or, you know, whatever the area of improvement that they need to work on, sometimes like even from the first class, like they get a breakthrough and it takes them back, it motivates them to continue to practice outside the class. Now, for my vocal trainers that are watching this, by working quickly and effectively, dude, you're going to provide such an immense value to your students. And this will, and your rates and your schedule will reflect this. Okay. Now, I know I do have students watching this. So this is also good for you to know like what's going on in the back end with us. Okay. Now, when first greeting a student, I have personally a few questions that I like to ask. And this helps in a number of ways. So like, outside, oh, what's your name? Where you're from? What brought you here today? I personally do not like that question because half the time, no, not half, majority of the time, is like they don't know, right? They just know that they want to get better, but they don't know how to express it because they don't have that vocabulary yet, right? You are most likely going to be their first encounter to this whole singing world. I like to ask questions that will help the student relax and just feel more comfortable. Because when a student comes in for the very first time, and this is absolutely natural and common, they're going to be nervous meeting a voice teacher for the first time. And
Or
it
they'll
might be
say, I'm scared, I can't.
exactly. And sometimes it lasts for 3 years. And I'm being sarcastic ish, but it is kind of based
Yes,
on a
it
true
lasts
story.
forever, but you're so patient. You haven't said, Michelle, do it now. You just are patient.
No, I have. I have.
But you're patient in a
I'm
kind way.
patient, but then I do say, Michelle, just do it already. Just
Oh, yeah,
do
you
it.
did do that. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I can admit it. It's fine. But Michelle is correct. I am very patient. With that said, I am very firm.
Yes.
I am a
Uh-oh.
mama bear. Okay?
But April goes first.
No, not all the time. Don't give no. All right. Now, second, I get both, and I love how this was put in a book I read. Um, I get both the spoken and unspoken information. The questions that I ask or the questions themselves are helpful, but I also watch how the student will carry himself or her. How are they direct and open? Are they more withdrawn and shy? This this helps me as an educator to tailor on how I approach that student. I also pay attention to their quality of their speaking voice. Do they speak at a proper, healthy pitch? Are their voice too low? Is it groggy? There's a vocal fry. Do they not open their mouth so most of their sounds are very muffled? So you guys, I'm talking about all the questions I ask, and some of you guys are wondering, all right, what are the questions I ask? Okay. So one is, how can I help you? And this allows the student to be, honest with me, and they don't have to worry about not knowing the vocabulary that they were not taught prior to the lesson. They can tell me what their vocal desires are. Like, this also allows them to give me insight on what their goals are. Two, I asked them about their singing history, whether they had classes before or not. And another, in addition, too, is, if they like to sing in the house, if they like to sing in the shower or in the car. This lets me know like what type of environment that really makes them feel comfortable. Now, if I'm dealing with, or knowingly beforehand, knowing that I'm dealing with beginning singers and I'm their first lesson, I ask them, okay, what are some things that you, what are some things that you would like to achieve? Is there a part of the song that you want to reach? Is there, or be able to execute? Like, what are their goals specifically? Next question I would ask is, do they have any performances or auditions or projects coming up in the near future? And lastly, I do ask if there are any medical or any limitations that I should be aware of. And most common would be, like stuff like TMJ. But also, there are certain conditions that are not really tied to the voice, but can impact the voice as well, which can impact, the warm ups and stuff. And this can include long COVID. Yes, I've had a student who had COVID and they still have a cough to this day, and it limits their singing. And doctors don't know why. So I'm always constantly, researching the best way to help, alleviate any form of discomfort while helping them achieve their vocal goals. This is why it's so important for a vocal trainer and a vocal coach to be well versed in both anatomy and physiology. I'm not saying you guys should become doctors. No, I am not a doctor. By no means. I would like to be, but I had too much money. But I am
You're smarter.
well versed.
You're
That's a
smarter
part
than a
of
doctor.
of all the medical Spanish and Japanese that I have taught. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm not
deserve
gonna
a higher.
lie.
You're not a doctor. You're a doctor of doctors.
I'm a
So
doctor of
you're a
doctors. No,
doctorette. You're a doctorette.
I'm a
That's a
doctorette.
word. That's a word.
That's
Yeah.
that's sure.
It's a
No,
word.
but that's a whole other conversation. That's a whole other thing. You know where I'm at with doctors. Okay. So I just realized I just poked myself with a cat spoon. Anyways, I swear I have a high IQ. I am intelligent. Just not life smart right now. Anyways, um this allows me to again better accommodate my students. And this also include, learning disabilities, whether it be autism or ADHD or any other learning disabilities. So, with the first question, like how can I help you? It's it's an icebreaker that not only just gives me as a vocal trainer information, but it also helps a student relax a little bit. So we're just having a conversation. It helps a student relax and get more comfortable in our quote unquote studio space, whether it be online or in person, and also kind of mentally prepares them for the work ahead. Now, it is okay for vocal trainers and coaches, to get general answers here because once again, you're most likely their first singing class ever. They don't have the vocabulary nor know how to express in detail their vocal goals. But things that you can discover from this question of how can I help you? You can find out who referred them or how they found you. This their general confidence level and how they feel about their voice. What are their overall issues or problems that they've heard or noticed? This also helps with, this kind of goes to question number 4 of, and is there any upcoming engagements and when they're going to involve them singing? Now, the reason why I also ask about one's vocal history, you know, any past experience, whether it be a school choir or a church choir, musical theater, any form of singing group, will let me know their confidence level as well through non-verbal communication. There's a lot, either eyes might light up or they kind of just go down, how their posture, everything. This leads into how they really truly feel. We have to be cognitive in both verbal and non-verbal speech, what our student is communicating. Now, when I ask, what would you like to achieve when it comes to your voice? This is a great way to understand what they want to improve. Now, again, and I know I've said this like 10 times, but the student may not always be right about what they need to fix, but it's important to understand where they feel they are and what their singing goals are. Now, going back to performances and auditions and engagements, if this is for my singers that I know that they're serious, they want to get into plays. This lets me know the rate I need to move the lesson. And sometimes students will have an important engagement coming up, so the lesson will need to move quickly and really focus on their goals and what they're trying to accomplish. So remember, you're not working for you to teach how you were how you sing to your student. You're helping the student to reach their vocal goals. Okay? It's not about you, it's about our students and accomplishing their goals. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about is the type of vocal lesson. We have contemporary and we have classical. Contemporary students, guys, are very much different from classical students in one major way. Classical singing or rather, the classical singing culture embraces voice lessons as part of the process. So it is rare to find a classical singer who is self-taught and never had a lesson. But with contemporary singers, on the other hand, there's so much misinformation on this one. Usually they're going to be self-taught by, teachers like me on YouTube or LinkedIn or TikTok, or not TikTok, Twitch, the other social media with the T word, the T. And I've had a handful of contemporary singers who were reluctant to take lessons as they feared that I would change their sound and make them quote unquote too polished. And I'm a good vocal trainer will never do that because each sound is theirs, right? We want to train our students to have proper vocal technique.
April's beautiful classical.
She is our Disney princess of the
Mm-hmm.
group for sure.
Oh, thank you.
and they also, I find them, and this is, please know, this is a stereotype based on experience, okay? I'm not saying that this is every contemporary singer. This is just a comparison, not stereotype. But they're more stubborn. And let me explain why. Because they're more in tune of the sound, rather how to effectively produce the desired sound. I'm going to repeat that again. Contemporary singers, on the most part, they're more important. What's more important for them is to execute their desired sound rather than effectively and safely to produce the sound desired. Now, the conception is slowly changing as now there are more legit teachers coming out on YouTube. Thank God. And then we have my peeps, the musical theater peeps, because it's a combination. Okay, it's theater. I mean, they know vocal lessons are going to be part of their process of becoming a theater performer, a theater singer. And classical music and classical singer versus contemporary singing, you'll find them in musical theater. You'll find both styles in musical theater.
That was me, but it was only once and it was very positive. So it's okay. I'm sorry.
I sorry or I am sorry?
Oh, yeah. I am sorry.
Verbs. We just had the whole
I
conversation.
get too excited and I just speak and I forget. Oops.
Okay. Now, while I prefer being able to work the voice in long term, it's not always an option. So it is imperative to know the time frame that we have. And then when I talked about, asking them if there's any medical issues, past or present, that I should be aware of, this may change how aggressively, for lack of the better term, you can approach the voice. Vocal health is always the first consideration. As well, we teach vocal technique. Okay? Now, if you hear any vocal issues such as raspiness or any other sign of the folds not like phonating properly, I would ask the singer if it has been going on for more than a week, and if so, I would recommend, to see a laryngologist, an ear, nose, and throat doctor who is a specialist in the voice, or see their doctor.
But they put something up your nose.
They do.
And I told them I didn't go to my appointment. I was supposed to go to one 6 months ago. I'm sorry. They're gonna stick something up the nose and down the throat.
I don't, or I didn't.
I didn't. And I got away with it because I just didn't
Hey,
go.
at least I'm consistent in correction. You guys had to
I
give
didn't
that
go
to me.
because, girl, they'll stick something up your nose.
And like, that's
down your
how they
throat.
find out what's happening there.
Okay.
If there's something that people should worry about, is it uncomfortable? Absolutely. It is. Does it trigger your gag reflexes? Absolutely. But your nose or your throat, sometimes it's, yeah.
It hurts.
It's
But I'm a baby
uncomfortable.
with everything, so I'm a brat. Everything.
Now, again, whenever I'm asking these questions, I'm also listening to their speaking voice. I listen to their speaking voice, the movement, I listen to their speaking voice the moment the students begin talking. And it can give me an idea if there's fatigue, weakness, low vocal energy. Why? Do you guys remember my motto? If you can speak, you can sing.
Think you can sing.
Yes, if you
We
can
said it
speak,
at the
you
same
can sing.
time.
Why do I say that?
Because if you speak, then that means you have a voice.
But what's the scientific reason that I say this?
Because you have you're speaking, so speaking is really singing.
It's the same process. To produce sound, it's the same process. It's the same vocal process to produce both speech and singing.
Yay.
Now, yes, there are going to be different nuances and different colorations, and more control when it comes to singing. But how to produce vocal production is one and the same. So that's why I listen to how one speaks. The information that we vocal trainers and coaches alike, we get from the students, it's a great starting point. We can begin to make assumptions about the voice you're dealing with, and guys, I'm always quick to change these assumptions and my approach as I get more information. That's why I take a lot of notes. Or that's why I'm quiet as one speaks. Pardon. So, for instance, if I get a female voice whose main experience is school choir and perhaps some lessons with a classical teacher, right? Her vocal production still may be weaker with will possibly be weaker with not much of a chest voice.
That's me. I don't have a chest voice.
And then if I have another student who tells me, that he's been in school musicals and sings with a local rock band, has probably had vocal nodules, then hey, okay, this tells me that I am working with overpressed folds and an inability to get to get a chest voice and into the vocal mix. So the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about this is it I feel like it's important for potential students, whether it be with me or with other vocal trainers and coaches out there, on why we ask the questions we ask. A lot of the times people think that we're judging them. Like, oh, this person has no talent. Oh no, you don't have a voice. You're a waste of my time. Go away. Shoot. No. No, we're mentally working on how we can help you and accomplish your goal, your singing goal. We're going through possible lesson plans through our head, warm ups and exercises. We're working to see how we can make this work for you. If you do encounter a teacher like that, just leave. No. No. We vocal trainers and coaches, we adapt to you while teaching you effective vocal techniques to help you reach your goal. And there's one in the chat. Ah, shucks. Thanks. Thank yours. So sweet.
You're the best teacher. The other teachers, some of them are all best too, but there's three that are not best. So I just like closed the computer on them. But you're the best.
Ah, thank yous. That actually does mean a lot. Hi, lilies. Hey, you. All right, guys. So, that's what I have for today. Do you guys have any questions? And sorry if you hear whining. Or a growl, or a yawn, or the other random sounds that a dog can make.
Estrada's having slumber parties. She's having fun.
There's two dogs here. So it's not
Oh,
Estrellita.
well, she has a friend.
Yeah, it's her in family cousin.
Oh, is it a good puppy?
She's good. Who's a good girl when you're not stealing food from Estrellita?
No.
Oh,
And Estrellita probably just gives it to her.
No. She
Aw.
tries to fight. Like, I'm not. Oh, dude. And it's only with Lily that you see her aggressive side. And I'm like, okay, so there is some like, okay, so you're not an omega. You got some beta in you. She's. I don't know if you have an alpha in you.
Aw.
Mhm. But yeah, she will throw paws and like go growls, and it's like a little gremlin with floppy ears. It is amazing to witness. I mean, why watch a double WE when I can see two dogs
Oh, so cute though.
play or being protective of their food?
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that true, Mamaj? Isn't that true, Mamaj? Okay.
April has puppies and she has goats.
Wait, you have
Yes,
goats?
I do.
They get inside her house and then they get in trouble.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
They're
that is awesome.
stinkers.
That is awesome. I did not know you had goats.
We do.
I want to see them. I want to meet them. I want to feed them.
I
I
can,
want to I want to be a I want to be a
April,
goat.
the surprise. One day, the surprise. Show the goats on the surprise.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Awesome sauce. All right, guys. So, in about 20 minutes, we're gonna do a stream for Spanish grammar made easy at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And until next time, I shall see you guys soon. Bye, guys. And I gotta
Bye.
inquire about the surprise/secret.
Yes, a surprise.